We are at the wall between Lock 2 and Lock 3 on the Oswego Canal. We tied up here last night. Had a very peaceful night. Took precautions as always on a Saturday night. And we can tell you more about those things. But today our plan is to go through Lock 3. Behind me is Lock 2, and what I understand that they are going to do is go ahead and lock the people through on Lock 2. The same lock master comes up here and then opens Lock 3. So we'll be starting up about when we see the doors open down there. We're already loose tied. So we'll go through Lock 3, 5, there's no 4. So we'll go through 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll get to Oswego, and from there we're going to go straight across to Kingston. So I'm ready to go. Rev's ready to go. Have my coffee. Let's go.
We are leaving Lock 7 on the Oswego Canal, heading for Lock 8. They're really close together. We're kind of coming up into Lock 8. The water's pretty high. The ropes that are hanging on the wall are really low. So got to get my boat hook and get one of those ropes there on the side. After Lock 8, just right over there, we stopped here at Oswego Marina. We've stopped here twice in the past. It's a really, really great place to stay. But we're here for a quick fueling up the aft tanks as well as pumping out. And so it's a very short stop before we get out there on the big water. So diesel, $5.69 a gallon, gulp, and we're able to pump out both of our heads, so that was a good thing. And then right out there, Lake Ontario, we're getting ready to cross and go over to Kingston, Canada. Here we come. Goodbye US. We're headed out, Lake Ontario. Could not have asked for better weather, water, everything, because Lake Ontario has been so flat for us the whole way. And even though we're not quite to Kingston, it's just been fantastic on this lake.
So kind of a funny story, because I have been military trained and also airline trained to respect international borders. So when it said to me is report arrival in Canada, as I looked at where the Canadian border is along Lake Ontario, and I put a spot there, and about 20 miles prior to that I called Arrive Canada. Well, I'm in line and it's 15, it's 20 minutes, and I see, so I make a turn to parallel the border about 6 miles out, and then I see two targets coming at me, and one of them, as AIS, it said unknown vessel, and I thought, uh-oh, they think I'm going to enter Canada without reporting in, so what am I going to do? Well, it turned out eventually that AIS ID came up, and it was another pleasure craft. And then there was another vessel coming, it was a commercial craft. But I'm thinking in my head, uh-oh, you can't go in, you can't cross this border without reporting. So what do is I go to the autopilot and I set up a 360-degree turn, like I'm going to go into holding pattern until I get permission to cross the border. So as I'm about halfway through that turn, and Rev says, what are you doing? I go, they know I'm out here. They see me on radar. I'm not crossing that border until I get permission. So she's laughing. So I set up a 5-minute turn, and I'm about halfway through that turn, and the border agent comes on. And I'm thinking, they know that it's me and that I'm orbiting out here and can't go in. And so the guy says, I said, hey, I didn't want to come into your international waters until, he says, are you at the dock? I said, no, because just go to the dock and call us from there. So, kind of funny. But anyway, that's how prior training got into me, is that, oh man, I have to be I have to have permission to come in here or they'll shoot me down. Okay, so anyway, kind of a funny story. I'm laughing about it now, but it was like, oh man, they're setting me up. They're gonna board me. They're gonna fine me, whatever it was. And anyway, we're fine. We're on our way to Kingston, and I'll report in. I mean, I had all the paperwork out here. I had passports, driver's license, the ship license, everything. I had ready to spout off to the guy. So we're okay.
We are coming up on Kingston. Over on the left, we're aiming for Confederation Basin Marina. So Sam's calling them on the radio right now so they can direct us to where we're going.
We made it to Canada. What a great day. Lake Ontario was flat. Come in here. I mean, the skies were great. No real sunshine. It was cool. We had 3 very professional dock hands out here. We're all settled. The hardest thing was, I think, about a 45-minute wait to report into Canada. So that went well. And I crack a Canadian beer, which I brought with me from the States, and having a little wind down. We've yet to go report into the marina, but we're going to do that. And we're going to be here for quite some time and enjoy Kingston. So thanks for coming along on What Yacht To Do.